right now on Upfront.
Back to class.
Best day ever. Best day ever.
The state's largest school district ushering in the new school year. What are you looking forward to for school?
I want to learn.
And with it, an immense number of challenges, dwindling test scores, chronic absenteeism, a lingering financial crisis.
Well, we've already made some huge strides.
Now this Sunday, the new Milwaukee Public Schools Superintendent, Brenda Cassellius, is with us.
Calling the guard.
Well, we're going in.
The development's underway in Chicago this weekend, and now the new call for National Guard troops in Milwaukee.
At this point, though, you would welcome National Guard here in Milwaukee?
I would.
Then ABC News Washington Bureau Chief Rick Klein with the new analysis as Congress returns to Washington.
And Smithsonian shakeup.
It was an interesting time.
The former National Portrait Gallery director now tapped to lead the Milwaukee Art Museum, and she's talking with us.
This is Upfront with Jaron Jordan and political director Matt Smith.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. School is back in full force this weekend, and with it now, big challenges for the state's largest school district.
Brenda Cassellius, the new Milwaukee Public Schools Superintendent, is standing by with us as she welcomes in a new school year amid immense statewide pressure. As Milwaukee Public Schools leaders rolled out the red carpet for the first day of class, what are you looking forward to for school?
I want to learn.
The district's new superintendent, Brenda Cassellius, stood alongside Governor Tony Evers. And what's your message to folks as they get ready for this first day of school?
Best day ever. Best day ever.
A new year, though, with immense pressure and scrutiny targeting the state's largest public school district.
Well, we've already made some huge strides just in the last 6 months in MPS.
Days earlier, Cassellius going door to door, launching an effort to reverse a dire trend in the city.
Hey, are you ready for school?
The district reporting 50% of its students chronically absent last year. That's 5 or more unexcused absences.
Where does attendance rank in your list of priorities?
Well, you have to have them there to teach them.
The district also facing a lead crisis. Crews spending the summer in 50 elementary schools, even forced to close several buildings last year because of dangerous levels of lead.
The volunteers being here today have helped our staff to be ready for the first day.
In August, the Department of Public Instruction released more than $33 million it was withholding from MPS because of accounting errors and late financial reports to the state, errors Cassellius says the district is continuing to fix.
MPS has been a great partner, and we're really optimistic and very excited for this year. And as you know, we've been releasing funding as reports have been, reported to DPIs.
Governor Evers ordered 2 audits into MPS, the damning reports demanding systemic changes, finding a lack of leadership amid dismal test scores, some of the lowest reading and math scores in the country. How confident are you in Dr. Cassellius to lead MPS in this time for the district?
Well, she's a bud of mine. I've known her for a long time. She was state superintendent over in Minnesota when I was state superintendent here. So she's a very talented woman, and I'm sure she'll do the best job possible.
With that, let's bring in Dr. Brenda Cassellius, the MPS superintendent. Dr. Cassellius, welcome to the show. It's really good to see you.
Thank you. So happy to be with you guys.
We did just walk through some of the issues facing the district and facing you as the new MPS superintendent. I'm curious, as you lay awake at night in this first week of school, what is the most dire situation that you're addressing as superintendent as this new year kicks off?
Well, obviously it was the lead and making sure that our schools were ready for our students, and that was what was keeping me up all summer, but now I'm sleeping a little bit better now that our kiddos are back and our schools are cleaner than they've ever been, and just really proud of our facilities team. So when I've been out visiting schools this week, I've been able to really thank them personally for their really hard work and dedication.
The financial crisis that hit the district before your time as superintendent was pretty shocking, to say the least. Late reports, tens of millions of dollars withheld from the state, audits ordered by the governor as well. Is all of that yet completely fixed?
Yeah, we have been working on 3 streams of work at our finance division. And the first was just to finish that funding year 24 audit. We were behind on that. We were missing deadlines. So really started to put some direct supports on that with that team. The second is the new system of really working toward a better system for our FY25 audit. And that's just the past year, the financial books, and making sure those are balanced, making sure that they're recognized by our auditors, and we're on track for that, which is great news. And that's why we were able to get the first $16 million released. And then the second $17 million that was just released last week was due to us having a plan, our own plan of self-governing ourselves now because of the improvements that we've put in place around the control environment, having standard operating protocols, and making sure that we are dotting every I and crossing every T with our finances and making sure every dollar is accounted for in a $1.5 billion budget.
Where we stand today, do you have the funding that's needed to implement everything that was suggested and required in the audit that the governor ordered?
Well, you know, I'm a superintendent and have been a state superintendent, and I like to ask for more money all the time. So I'll always take that with raising revenue. But we do have adequate funding right now, thanks to the wonderful Milwaukee voters who voted for a referendum. I think we'd be in a really different place right now had the Milwaukee voters not given us their trust. And I am dedicated to making sure that we continue to earn that trust and be good stewards of the public's money.
This came after you, but are you still facing questions about the referendum? There were some residents who I think were upset after it passed and maybe even voted for it, and then they saw all the financial problems.
Yeah, you know, I had 9 listening sessions around the community, and it did come up. You know, I think that people were upset about it. And so it's my job now as superintendent to demonstrate that we're using those dollars well and efficiently in our district, that we're making decisions on behalf of their children and behalf of the community. And I am going to do that.
Do you see a scenario where you would want to go or ask for another referendum in the near future?
Well, you know, not anytime soon, but this one will run out in about 2 years. And so obviously, if there's no additional state aid coming in, that would either mean, you know, pretty drastic cuts to the district or raising of revenue somehow to be able to continue to provide the same level of service we're providing today.
Additional beyond what the district is receiving as we sit here today.
Just anytime you have inflation, you know, our gas prices go up, our utility prices go up, and food prices go up, and I'm sure parents are tightening their own belts, and so we'll be tightening our belts as well as we face what might be up to $100 million structural imbalance that we think we might have next year as we begin to look at the budget for the upcoming school year.
We just saw you out in the neighborhoods, going door to door, knocking on doors, looking to ensure kids get to the classroom. In terms of the absenteeism here in MPS, you've worked with a lot of other school districts. Is it as bad as it is here, this 50% rate you cited for last year? Is it that bad in other large districts? You
know, all of the districts nationally are struggling with both enrollment and attendance after COVID. So we are still feeling those big effects. This is why it's so important to provide additional supports into schools with counseling, social workers, making sure you have all licensed teachers within your classrooms. I think it's absolutely critical, and getting students to school is also one of those really key essentials, is having them come regularly, attend regularly, so that we can have them in the classrooms learning.
How would you characterize where MPS test scores stand right now? Specifically, we're looking at like 4th grade reading and math scores.
Yeah, so we have a huge mountain ahead of us. You know, on the 4th grade NAEP, which is the National Assessment of Educational Progress, we had the worst in the nation for our Black students among large urban districts, you know, which is our comparable districts in terms of demographics and students who are experiencing poverty and have had lack of opportunity. And so, you know, we have a pretty big hill to run, with about 90% of our 4th graders not scoring up at grade level. But we just released our literacy plan last week. We're excited about that, which is we're looking on the foundations of literacy, the science of reading. You've probably heard that before, which is looking at decoding and putting together sentences and paragraphs and full essays at the upper grades. And so just making sure that students can read, write, and think critically is incredibly important to their lifetime success.
On that literacy plan that you just rolled out, when could we expect to see results in that realistically?
Realistically, within 2 to 3 years. Right now, you know, we had adjusted our calendar pretty late. I know I want to thank our families for bearing with us, but our teachers needed to have the time to be able to learn the new science of reading curriculum, making sure that they're comfortable with the new materials that we have in our classrooms and they know how to use that.
You mentioned the state funding. State lawmakers talk a lot about MPS and have a lot of thoughts about MPS. Have you met with any Republican leaders yet in your time?
I have met with the Republican leadership.
How have those conversations gone?
They've gone really well. You know, obviously, I think they'll want to see some demonstrated results out of MPS, but they've been open and friendly, and I think that they want to see change at MPS too, and I think that they're interested in seeing us grow.
There's been a lot of talk about vaccines as we head into this new school year. You've talked about measles and just kind of what we've seen across the state. I'm curious your thoughts when you saw Florida may become the first state to eliminate all vaccine mandates for school children. Do you have thoughts on that as a superintendent and what that could mean? Well,
I think that's reckless and ridiculous, quite honestly. You know, I think that, you know, you have to have vaccines for children. They are very much proven. And I think that it's dangerous for our children who are in these close vicinities of classrooms, you know, little children who, you know, are touching things and putting things in their mouth. I mean, we learned that with the lead dust that we had in our schools and having to really manage that now this year. So I think that, you know, having vaccines is incredibly important. It's proven by the science. It keeps kids safe. It keeps all of us safe, particularly our younger students and our elderly population.
Embarking on a new school year, Dr. Brenda Cassellius, MPS Superintendent, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you both.
Up next, the National Guard debate, the intensifying scenes in Chicago this weekend, and now the call for National Guard troops in Wisconsin. Both sides weighing in next.